tunnel. Someone else go first.
Compose yourselves. There is an unusual presence. This is...
The missing miners are here. What are they digging for?
I'm afraid that this whole tunnel is the fruit of their strenuous labor.
That gate. Has it been there all along?
Digging a tunnel to this ancient seal. Had they not been discovered, they would undoubtedly persevere until the gate.
So behind the seal, there's... What do we do? We can't hurt them. What type of monster is this?
Morax, you arrive at my doorstep of your own volition. Excellent. Taking revenge for sealing me away will be all the easier.
So, the little girl is your power incarnate. But if you recall, Ishtaha, this is not how we intended for events to transpire.
Waste not your words. Your life is mine. There is no atonement for 1,000 years pain.
No touching.
Cowardly insect!
Wheel of life.
From rock to dust, sooner or later.
Solidify!
Crumble! The enraged Earth will not absolve you!
Stabilize!
Rise.
Solidify!
Boba, get them!
Face me!
Life goes on. Orders given. Orders received.
Solidify! This is order! Stabilize!
1,000 years of pain!
Solidify!
Is once not enough? You would forsake me again?
If that is what you choose to believe, so be it. He who bears the weight of memory is destined to shoulder the burden of truth, as it ought to be.
Gather!
Take this!
Fisher!
Gather! Order guide you.
There is no atonement
Quake!
for 1,000 years of pain!
Gather!
All hail!
Morax! You think you can destroy me?
You haven't won yet!
Gather!
Power that ended height!
Fisher!
Solidify! Stabilize! I will have order!
No atonement for 1,000 years of pain!
Stabilize!
Nice and spicy! Access denied! Back off!
Gather!
Shifting sands know
Solidify.
not the mountain's permanence. Morax, 1,000 years after you sealed me underground, you return for the second time.
You should call it by its name, Ejdaha.
Fate? Fate? So here lies the wisdom of the gods. Destroy all deemed redundant.
No. You have forgotten.
That voice!
Ejdaha.
Huh? Kunjun?
Morax, it's been a while.
You're...
Azhdaha, the very same.
During the battle, you imbued us with your power.
Yes, it was all I could manage. Forgive me for concealing the truth, traveler. Allow me to elaborate. Heaven and earth, yin and yang, opposing forces. You can
So there are two Azhdaha?
No! It can't be!
When the seal loosened, your power manifested in this world as a child. With this new identity, you were able to vent about the That's when it occurred to you. The loosening of the seal constituted an opportunity.
The audacity! Are you insane? If you...
I was another power awakened with the loosening of the seal. 2 weeks, I was barely conscious. I couldn't remember who I was.
I had sensed that something was amiss when you mentioned Dragonfall.
Don't blame yourself. I have changed beyond all recognition. It's been so long. A secret beyond all comprehension.
There would be no harm in it. The decision is yours.
You haven't changed. Then Azhdaha was once a friend and ally of the Geo-Archon Morax, with a lifespan far exceeding that of mankind. The memories of rocks do not last long. Erosion ground Azhdaha, now incomplete.
What would you expect? It was humanity that attacked the ley lines that
This much is true, which is why you attacked the chasm. Why you waged in the beginning, in order to open erosion, made us even more. Morax shared with us some of his power, and so we became you. And from your will, I emerged. I am your final contract.
No!
I am the remnants of Azhdaha's benevolence. The echo of a contract.
No! It is I, Azhdaha, forged of elemental crystal, bearer of the weight and memories of the earth.
Morax is not an insect.
A lord over insects is nothing but an
You forgot yourself. Know that which you have forgotten. All powers under heaven rise and fall of...
A star appears within the wild. Strange. What?
You are spent. And I will soon in the wilderness. Snow falls on a spring.
No! That isn't true!
Perhaps it isn't.
More axe!
The little girl vanished.
Are you satisfied, Azhdaha?
I had to make amends. Satisfaction So, Morax. You call yourself Zhongli these days?
I do.
Well, I'm afraid old habits die.
As you please.
I never did forget your gift.
I hardly lifted a finger. Think.
And yet, you could see. You wouldn't know the yearning of a...
Your power is nearly spent. Shall we get going?
Surely the pressing matter is still that of the minor.
Indeed. Hence the need to get going.
Straight down.
Huh? How did we get here? We need to go back and check on the miners!
So there you are. My men and I found we found Mao in a tent at the campsite. Huh? Young...
Nothing. Pay it no mind.
Cave?
They're exhausted, but not in danger.
I better go and see how they're doing.
So you're taking them back to Liyue.
That's right.
Can I come with you?
No problem. You rescued my men.
Kunjun, we should be calling you Ashtaha.
Not I. Once I'm gone, the true owner will accompany the miners back to Liyue.
You always did have a great admiration.
Curious how
Ashtaha.
I can sense.
Today I am just an ordinary citizen of
Even you met such a fate.
No matter. If that day comes to pass, Liyue.
And how will Liyue fare without Rex Lap?
Even without a god above, this remains a nation of men.
All life is shaped. That's unimportant. You may live forever.
I do not pretend to match your rhetoric.
Were it not so, you would have killed me long ago.
You've brought a smile to my face.
That day in the chasm.
A heart of stone is a heart nonetheless.
You chose justice.
The movements of the Earth Dragon can tremble.
Hence, do not forget that I was old friend.
Thank you, Ashtaha.
My life is...
You're leaving?
If it is fated, Morax, we will meet again.
Yes. Don't be alarmed. He's only...
Wow, that was so weird.
In fact, we have yet to meet the real Kunju. He was. Centuries may have passed since then, but events from 1,000 years ago...
In our last tale, Rex Lapis was walking alone in the mountains. He heard a remote voice, unlike any other, coming from a crack in the earth.
Most of the ancient geo-life forms that live below Liyue are blind, having not seen the sunlight for an age.
The voice was sometimes sad and song-like. Other times it was loud and thunderous. The Lord of Geo searched here and there before finally unearthing a strange stone from the bedrock.
That's how Ashtaha was. I answered his wish and took him above ground.
The Lord of Geo took pity on the rock spirit and carved it into a magnificent work of craftsmanship, a vivid representation of a dragon.
I bestowed him with a pair of eyes to see the world and came to an agreement with him.
With his fingers, he made 2 eyes. Quicker than words could tell, lightning flashed and thunder roared, and a living, breathing dragon soared into the clouds.
I agreed to let him live among the people above ground. But if the day ever came when he brought ruin to order, he would once again be sealed in the dark.
The dragon accompanied the Lord of Geo, fighting campaigns alongside him in the 4 corners of the world. We have a saying to eulogize these events. The crash of a spear brought billowing dust. The mountains and waters made way at the sound. The sight of a dragon bestowed with a touch the promise of rainwater blessing the ground.
A 1,000 years ago, Ashtaha attacked the chasm. I tried to obstruct him, fighting him tooth and nail down the length and breadth of the mine. Finally, I brought him down and sealed him underground. During that battle, Dragonfall was born. Ashtaha could sense the stone. Subconsciously, he wanted to use it despite being the victor. I could not claim to be stronger than he, and in his heart, he was willing to be sealed away. Even I cannot avoid it. The greater the power, the greater the danger erosion may bring about. Personally, people abandon and surrender, but I was a god of mankind.
You still care a lot about
Call it, I must thank you both.
No worries.
Oh? About what?
Oh, yeah. Paimon nearly forgot. So, not long ago, we met a guy called Dane. He told us about Conria and the punishment of the gods. Zhongli, you're a god. You've lived through thousands of years of history.
I can...
Why? You can't even give us a thread of information? This is...
I understand. But I must apologize.
You mean another past grievance? Like the incident with Ejda? Too painful to talk...
It was signed before it all began. I have always honored the contract.
How can you be...
You two are friends to me. I can assure it brings...
Would you be ready to find out?
It appears your understanding of this world continues. There are many events of ages past. They have been eroded by time, but you are capable of finding them and bringing them in. Those who come to witness will witness. If you take the same road as that person, there may be more difficult.